Okay, President Trump makes statements, then he travels, then he talks some more. But is he providing genuine leadership, or he's causing confusion and just dominating the conversation? Rock the vote, vote. How are you?
Good. How's it going? Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas to you too. Rock the vote, vote. What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew, do you reside in California by any chance?
I reside in California usually for about a quarter of the year total. And then most of the time, I live in Hawaii.
Okay, so pay attention now to the question. It's a long question, but it's worth it. Rock the vote, vote. Is President Trump leading or misleading?
So I would say that President Trump is misleading. Reason being is because nobody does it as good as God. When it comes to the way that our watersheds were naturally designed, just keep rolling with that. I understand that Los Angeles, San Diego, it's a desert, so that's kind of part of the territory. And irrigation is not the worst idea, but one thing where I'm living now in Hawaii that I've been learning about, it's called the Ahuapua water system. Sorry to all my Hawaiians if I mispronounce that. Essentially, it's from mountain or Mauka, okay, to Makai or ocean, system of managing the water. So that way, when it comes to purposes like agriculture, just having clean drinking water, okay, that system is going to allow people living from mountainside to all the way to the sea just to properly manage the water, okay, because what happens upstream, it has big implications for downstream, people living there, okay. So in general, as I think we move forward into the future, a lot of the older politicians like Trump, they don't really care that much about the long-term environmental impacts. Even if there is a giant faucet that he's claiming there's going to be wide-ranging implications where maybe it's affecting an endangered species, okay? We got to look into the fish and then the other life that is supported by the Delta system around Sacramento. So overall, I'd say he's misleading, and you got to kind of let like people who know what they're talking about make decisions in those areas. So if it was like some type of business thing, which is more his background, then maybe you want to defer to him. But when it comes to matters on the environment, okay, I would definitely go with what the leading experts are saying and then try to figure out a solution going forward so we can avoid Palisades fires, okay? I think part of that too was Gavin Newsom. He had cut the funding for a lot of the fire. So I think that just being prepared for emergencies is key. The weather patterns are going to get increasingly wacky. So the only constant in life is change, all right? So we got to improvise, adapt, and overcome to all these challenges that we're dealing with the weather, okay? We saw in the Philippines, they got hit really hard recently, okay? And with California, the biggest problem a lot of times is droughts. Okay, fingers crossed we haven't dealt with the earthquakes as much. But I'll tell you what, I think overall, Trump is misleading. And going forward, just go get some like UCLA students or something that have an environmental science major and be like, what do you guys think? What would be the best way to manage this? And I bet if you follow their advice, we're gonna be in a better place. Thanks so much for having me. Aloha.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Very nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very nice.
In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. Não, mas